Welcome back. Big things happening in London right now. The Savoy, London's most iconic and historic hotel, reopened its doors after being closed for renovation. Prince Charles, along with Prince Alwaleed bin Talal, who is part owner of the Savoy, commemorated the opening just last night. As you know, Prince Alwaleed is no stranger to the hotel sector. He is owner of the Plaza Hotel in New York. He is among the 25 wealthiest people in the world. He's the largest single investor in Citigroup, and he is the nephew of King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia. His Royal Highness joins me now exclusively from London to talk about the Savoy opening and where he's finding opportunities around the globe. Prince Alwaleed, Your Highness, good to have you on the program. Welcome back.
Hello, Maria. Good to be on your program, as usual.
You are at the Savoy and celebrating the renovation and reopening. Talk to us about doing this now in an environment where we, of course, continue to see global fragility in terms of the economy. How are things going in that sector in terms of tourism and travel?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yes, as you know, we have bought the Savoy several years ago, and we decided to shut it down in year 2007, just when the recession began hitting the world. And we have just inaugurated this hotel officially last night with Prince Charles, the Crown Prince of the United Kingdom. And this hotel now is operational, and it is part of our hotel group that consists of the Four Seasons, the Fairmont Raffles, Swiss Hotel, and Movenpick. And clearly this real estate property to London is as the Plaza to New York, and as is the George V to Paris, and as the Raffles is to Singapore. And all these properties are under our Kingdom Hotels umbrella.
All of these properties, of course, blue chip names, and you are known for the collection of stakes you have in so many blue chip names. What are your intentions in terms of these stakes in the hotels?
Well, as you know, the world community has just is getting out of the recession that they were facing in the last 2-3 years, and we are seeing a major pickup in the hotel industry, be it at the management level or at the real estate level. So we are very satisfied with what's going on, and I have to emphasize that London did not really face much difficulties as other places in Europe and the world. So the pickup in London is expected to be greater, and with the big event that took place last night here, we expect the Savoy really to outperform and be one of the best hotels in the world, because the amount of investment and the amount of effort that we have put in this hotel was tremendous, and now we are beginning to reap the benefits, hopefully.
Prince Alwaleed, many people have followed your news recently to take Kingdom Hotels private. What was the motivation behind that? Are you looking at a growth acquisition mode, or would you say you're more in an asset sale mode right now?
Kingdom Hotels was a small division of Kingdom Holding. This was a real estate play in the Southern Hemisphere, going from Africa to the Middle East all the way to the Far East. We used to own, Kingdom Holding used to own 55% of it, so we decided to take it private completely. We took it private, and now obviously we are disposing of these assets after we are getting so sure that those hotels will be managed by our companies, whether it's the Four Seasons, Fairmont Raffles, Swiss Hotel, or Movenpick. So that's the strategy in the Kingdom Hotels division.
And of course, giving you the opportunity to really control cash flow and obviously in a private way.
Well, exactly. That's the objective. We will be selling some of these hotels, if not all of them, and plowing back the money back into growing the brands even more. Because, we're not only involved in real estate, part of the hotels, we are involved also in the management companies, which are really all blue chip companies.
And of course, you have stakes in many blue chip companies, not just hotel names, whether it be Apple Computer or Citigroup, HP. Today we had two uncertainties taken out of the market, Your Highness, the election and, of course, the Fed's decision on quantitative easing. What's your reaction to the results? And talk to us about your investment strategy right now.
Well, clearly, the election now is over, and you have, as you say, a hung Parliament or hung Congress. The Senate stayed with the Democrats, and the House of Representatives went to the Republicans. I hope that the Democrats and Republicans will work together and find a common strategy with the President of the United States, Mr. Obama. I think the United States right now is eager for leadership, and to stop all the skirmishes and all the side fights and the clashes that they had in the past. This was not healthy at all for the US economy in general. As for the quantitative easing that was announced today by the Federal Reserve, I also believe this is another variable that was taken out of the equation. So right now people can know exactly what's going to happen. And I really hope that quantitative easing will work this time more than the stimulus that the government has established 2 years ago.
And so are you investing today globally, and where is it? Where would you be putting money to work right now? And would this be a time to do it, given these uncertainties we're taking out of the market?
Well, you know, we are a long-term investor. Our span is not really 1 to 2 years. It's really 5 to 10 years. So our investments are done for a long-time horizon. And clearly, with the downturn that is facing the international community in the matter of finance and business, clearly there are opportunities. And we are always looking for opportunities. We're a holding company. Many of our investments are in Saudi Arabia, are in the region, in the neighborhood, in the Middle East, and obviously in Asia and North America and Europe. So we are a very diversified company, and we are invested in any areas that come to us.
So regions globally, where are the most opportunistic? Would you say investing in the U.S. is the way to go, or is it more of an Asia play?
Well, you know, I cannot generalize. You know, I know some people, you know, would like now to switch to China and India, Brazil, Russia, and all those countries that are developing. But clearly there are risks over there. And, you know, you cannot just disregard the fact that the United States and Europe are mature industries, and are countries where you have, you know, rule of law, and you have stability, and you have continuity. So really we are diversified, and we are not emphasizing only one region in the world. Our company is diversified, as the Four Seasons brand is, as the Fremont brand is, as Citigroup is, and as Newscope is. So really, we are diversified all over the globe, and we don't concentrate only in the Far East. You know, I hear a lot of talk about the United States and Europe being down. I know they're down, but they're not out. So opportunities are all over the place.
Well, let's talk about one of those opportunities, and that's Citigroup. Obviously, when you first acquired the stock a decade ago or more, it was a brilliant call. You bought it at rock-bottom prices. You rode it all the way up to close to $60 a share. But now we're looking at a very different company, a smaller company, and certainly a much lower stock price. You double down on your holdings at a higher price than where it is. What can you tell us about Citigroup? Do you think this stock is going to move anytime soon?
Well, you know, Citigroup went through major difficulties in the past 3 years. But as we see right now, under the new leadership of Mr. Vikram, things have not only stabilized, they have stabilized, and now we're beginning to look at growth. The company has announced almost $9 billion in the first 3 quarters of this year. And I think they're going to hit the $10 to $11 billion by the end of the year. So clearly they're out of the woods from that point of view. As you know now, Citigroup has divided in 2 parts, the Citicorp portion, which is the bank is going to remain for long term, and there's the Citi Holding, which is now has assets around $400 billion. And clearly the objective right now is to unload the assets of the Citi Holding and keep Citicorp as a core holding of the company. So really, Citigroup is on the right track right now, and I expect the coming 2 to 3 years to have the stock begin going up slowly but surely as the performance of the company improves, and as the government begins selling the remaining portion that it owns in Citicorp. Because remember, there's an overhang also on Citigroup, and I think the government has announced that within a year or so they'll be getting rid of all their stake over there and give the liberty to Citi to perform all what they believe they should do for the company and its growth.
So you're